Good evening, guys, and it was quick of you to jump on this stream, kind of impromptu, just spur of the moment thing. But when you get goodies and you want to see what the goodies look like, you might as well share that, I suppose. So here we are. Hope you're going to enjoy 49RC1. Let's see what it's got. I've got a list of things here. I'm not sure I actually know what everything means, but we'll find out soon enough. Hey, guys. JP and John Rhodes, welcome, welcome. Hello, US. Started up so quickly, I haven't even had a chance to really start my explain. So it's obviously rebuilding the navigation database and all those things. So it's going to take a minute. Yes, sir. I was also quite surprised, but the boss decides, and we just say thank you, Zibo, and he's got his reasons. I'm not sure exactly what the big leap will be because usually it's about the big leap, something big changed, but we'll see. An update or two ago, hey Richard, welcome. An update or two ago, one of the versions, I can't remember which one it was, 46 or 47. Ziba actually did that to help the guys because so many guys was, the user must specify that because so many guys were struggling to delete little bit of texture and get the thing going again. So I think that was a wise decision to just skip to the next version. But I can tell you one thing: if I look at this list, there's quite a few changes, but I cannot really identify the big one, so to speak. I'll show you one or two new things as we go on, and if I can identify them, we'll talk about that. Hey Rab, hello Christer. I didn't think I was going to be up this late doing streams, I must be honest, but there's no ways I can go to sleep now when this version is now looking at me.
Good day, Captain. You have my company for this trip.
Right, okay, so let's move you out of the way and let's do that developer reload so we know everything works. Just waiting for my hard drive to stop spinning quick. And you know what? While we wait, let's do this. Let's do the weather as well. All right, let's go.
Good day, Captain. You have my company for this trip.
Right, guys, I'm the only one awake still in my house, so I'm going to try not to get too excited and speak too loudly. If you can't hear me, just give me a nudge there so I can bring the mic maybe a bit closer or something, because I'm just above whispering right now. I need this FPS to stabilize a little bit. Hey, Bobino. Yeah, Christer, I'm looking at the list of fixes. There are new things. I'll show you the ones I can identify, but some of it is more in line with just making the mod more realistic. It's more about bringing it closer to the real thing than anything else, you know. So there are a lot of VNAV alt and hold changes, speed changes with modes, RNP labeling, all kinds of little words and things that are changed to be more real. Um, Spoiler retract sound after manual retraction. We're going to have to listen to that one, see if we can pick up on that. VNAV alt top of descent's been fixed. Conditional waypoint indication, VNAV target speed reduction, auto thrust retard mode, intercept course drawing, route page in flight, fire panel texture that Yeri did, engine out page, add MCP target speed. Then there's the missing oral warning for the Ian approach. I don't know if you guys remember when we did the Ian training, when you get to a certain altitude, it flashed in amber if the autopilot was still on. So now there's an oral warning that you guys will hear. That comes from the real plane as well. So again, making it more real. And then obviously that autopilot warning we were talking about now, the graphics was corrected. And then as always, small bugs in the code and things like that. So yeah. Pedro, welcome from Colombia. Yeah, good. Yes, more to read and train. So anyway, guys, if you have been following me for a while, you know this is Porto. This is where I do most of my test flights, because we've got almost all the available approaches and things here, and we can do a whole bunch of things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use runway 17, and if I can get the display to capture quickly, I'll show you. As usual, this is us, and we'll be taking off in a southerly direction, turning around, going back. I'm going to set up to use the VOR DME approach specifically to get the Ian, so that we can get the Ian oral warning. Before we go, I'm going to just run through the tablet settings just to make sure that everything is set up. So that we don't get any surprises in the air. One of the other things that I'm going to do is just save a couple of new flights for me, my flight save situations, because it's a new version. I don't want to use the old ones. So that's all going to happen here, and I'm just going to have some fun. So you guys are welcome to stick around or disappear halfway if it gets too long. I don't foresee it taking too long, maybe an hour. So let's have some fun. Let's start with some settings, just make sure that we don't miss anything. Right, we do have the multi-mode receiver. Now there was a graphic change somewhere here, and I don't claim to know it all. Maybe we'll see it a little bit later. I'm not sure if it's on this panel, if it's a little bit lower. Yeri, if you're around, you're welcome to pop in at Discord and come tell us what you did. We'll have a look around as we continue, because there was this one change, and I think that was in the previous version. You guys also never saw the previous list of things that changed. I just want to quickly read through that again. It was something with a panel and the MMR. ILS GLS enunciation on IRS panel when MMR is installed. So it's going to be somewhere up here. So it's going to be somewhere here. One of these little blocks is new or added. Okay. And then fire panel changes. Yeah. We'll have a look. Okay. While we sitting here, go on. Okay, Ian is installed, yes. I went so fast over this one. NPS, there we go, that's done. Callouts, plus 100, no array callouts, that's fine. We don't worry about that. Back one more. Okay. Okay, it doesn't look as if I need to change anything here, so we're just going to use our standard test loads. Let's see. All right. That was too far. Can you believe it? That mouse just jumped. Come off. I'll have to keep my eye on that one. He definitely didn't like that fast scroll through. Okay, we'll give it a chance. Okay, and if you guys saw the training, you'll know that this is just a visual aid. It has absolutely no bearing on our actual approach when we do the VO RDME because it comes from the FMC. So I'm just recapping on that quick. That should be fine. QNH would be 1019.
Trim up.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. But you can always come back. Course will be 172. $147. Oops. Not aligned yet, obviously. Okay, we'll wait for that. While we wait, let's get the rest done.
At this time, please fasten your seatbelt. Just as a reminder, we cannot leave the gate until carrying items are properly put away. All overhead bins are closed and all passengers are seated.
I hope that other IRS is gonna kick in. It'd be a pity if we have to start over, but then I'll do it quickly.
Flight attendants,
Ground to cockpit. Please tell me where you want to go. Ground to cockpit. Stow is driving up.
I'm gonna put the volume up a little bit. Just don't want to wake anybody here, but I'd love to hear something from the aircraft.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Before start procedure.
Before start procedure. Before start procedure completed.
Still connected in bypass spinning circuit. Release parking brake. Starting pushback. You may start the engine.
Start number 2 engine.
Starting number 2 engine.
JP, I selectively use her when I want to use her, so I figured out which parts work for
25
me and
and
which
2.
parts don't. So I do not use her full script because it is kind of not, you know, the same SOP that we use, and it's just easier to call on her when I want her and to just leave her when I don't need her. Jamie, shoot, ask away. You guys are welcome to ask questions. If I don't have an answer, we'll get it.
Starter cutout.
Start number 1 engine.
Starting number 1 engine.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
25 and 2.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Starter cutout. Engine start procedure completed.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. And signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Flaps 5 set.
Jamie, that's a difficult question to guess about. I don't know what to say because it sounds weird. I suppose you did follow my Zibo install guide. That's the first obvious question. Second question you already answered there about disabling all the plugins and everything. Is your C++ up to date? Do you have the latest version of C++? Did you disable your antivirus? Because that in itself, we know, I don't want to name the names, but some of the well-known brands actually kills the aircraft, so you need to disable that. Did you check your hard drive for errors? Have you actually run a scan of some sorts on your hard drive to see if your hard drive might not have bad sectors, for instance, or some other issue? I saw somebody on the Zibo community group posted a log file. Was that you by any chance? Because I haven't actually had a chance to look at that, but I did see somebody post one. Because that's the other thing, is we'll have to look through the actual log file, you know, determine where the problem is.
Taxi lights on.
antivirus C++ hard drive. Check that your hard drive is not faulty in some way, form or shape. I had a guy from the Royal Air Force a while back. I actually logged into his system. He was good enough to allow me, and we found he had a bad sector on his hard drive. I had to replace the hard drive. You know, things like that can also happen. So those are the basic things. You know, make sure that the PC is in good health. Make sure that you don't have a shortage of space to operate in. Make sure that the hard drive doesn't have bad sectors. Update C++, very, very important. Zibo needs the latest C++. So it's all in the Zibo install guide. You guys are welcome to have a look there. Before takeoff procedure.
Before takeoff procedure. Before takeoff procedure completed.
The other thing, I don't know where it comes from. Honestly, I've tried to figure it out. As one of the users told me that it came as a result of something they read about fly with Lua. All of a sudden, I see a surge of guys in the last couple of weeks. They actually put an ex-Lua folder in their plugins. Just make sure you don't have something weird like that, because it's not the way it works, you know, and that thing itself causes great problems. So just check that. Ex-Lua and fly with Lua are two different things anyway, so they shouldn't be confused, but FYI, you know, just think about that. Right, what I'm going to do is just check that everything is set, and I'm going to save my first flight over here. Stop. Right, it is saved. Let's go.
Approaching 17.
Stabilized.
On runway 17.
Takeoff thrust set. knots.
Hello, Cole. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're well.
V1. Rotate.
Bit of a wind there.
Positive rate.
Gear up.
Gear up. Runway turn off, lights off.
I'm just hand flying her a little bit. I spoke to somebody earlier today that we talked about this, so I'm just kind of feeling her out a bit.
Approaching transition. Flaps 1 set. Flaps up. And
Yeah,
set.
all good, Cole, all good.
Transition
I didn't plan
altitude.
on doing this stream, but when I got message there from Zibo about this new version, I just had to jump on it.
Flaps up. And set.
Kent, some of it is stuff that you will see, but a lot of it is behind the scenes, you know, making the mod more real. I'll see if I can give you a bit of an indication in a short while. I'm just hand flying at this point in time, just seeing how that feels for a change. Some of it is very definitely eye candy, so we'll do an ILS approach after the Ian approach. I just want to
1000
hear that
level off.
Ian call out first, that autopilot call out, and we'll take it from there. Well, there you go. You can take over now, autopilot. Let's see. Okay, there's way too much information to give in one copy and paste. Okay, so I'm going to do this in multiple stages now, just to make everything fit. That's too much again. Hold on. Hey, Yoki. Welcome. There's plenty more to come, guys. Just bear with me. Yeah, as usual, definitely call. The first portion is stuff that you already have. I'll say the first half. The second half is stuff that's new. So you just haven't seen all the changes in the last 2 updates yet. Yeah, it's Zibo, man. Zibo, and the pilots, and I presume, they obviously work, in tandem on and suggest all these things and work together. And then I must be honest, I didn't do much this time. I'm just showing. I really didn't even do much test flying or anything. I'm just enjoying the fruits of their labor too this time. Right, we need to come down to 2,500. I'm not going to bother with you, don't worry. Okay. There's the second safe flight. Again, fortunately not. It's about 10 p.m. now. 2 minutes before 10. But everybody's sleeping. I'm the only one awake, so that's why I'm kind of whispering. Yeah. We have to do what we have to do. Hello, forever. I thought it was you, Jan. No worries. I recognize the little icon. Right, so you guys can see we are set up for the VDME.
I
VOR
feel so
DME.
alive now.
We're going to use Ian to get that auto warning and to see the new graphics. My wife will have to forgive me, but before that auto warning, I'm just going to put the volume up so I can actually hear it myself. There we go. Top of descent. Alright, situation 3 saved. Hey Gene, away, welcome. Guys, I'm just lifting the altitude quickly. There's something I want to check. It might or might not work, but I just want to see what the enunciation would be once it gets there. I should have done it before top of descent. It's another test I'll do later then. Right, I'm going to save situation 4 over here and we'll do 5 around the corner on finals. Yeah.
Thousand to level off.
1,000 to go.
Approaching transition. Flaps 1 set. Flaps 5 set.
Right, so we have those two ghost pointers of ours already in play. Wow, Zibo, I'm impressed. I am impressed. That was awesome. Thank you so much for fixing that part of the code. That was awesome. I don't know if you guys can remember, you'll see it in some of my other videos. The aircraft always treated that, ADNOF as a flyover. The aircraft always overshot that one waypoint, and then it had to come and do S turns to come back in line. And Zibo promised me probably 3 months ago he'll fix the code. He'll fix the code, and he's done it. This aircraft actually didn't use it as a flyover. He actually did it. That is so cool. Thank you, Zibo. I appreciate that so much. Hello, Dimitri.
1000 to level off.
Wow. There you go. Glide path,
Transition
final
level.
approach course. Beautiful.
Flaps 15 set. Flaps 30 set.
Right, I'm gonna lift this volume now, and what we're looking for is the autopilot oral command and the flashing on the screen to tell us the autopilot's on. Missed approach altitude set. Wow, that's looking good.
1,000 feet, stabilized, Mr. Birch, altitude set.
Taxi lights on.
Right, so I'm going to let the autopilot be on a little while longer than usual, so we make sure we get that oral warning
Approaching 17.
and the flashing. Let's see.
Approaching minimums.
She's got a way of doing that, eh?
Minimum.
400. 300. 200.
I didn't hear any oral warning. Did you guys hear any oral warning?
Flaps 15 set.
Nope.
Runway turn off, lights off. Taxi lights off. Flaps 15 set. 1000 to level off. Approaching transition. Flaps 15 set.
Ooh, that's not a good save.
Flaps up. And set. 1000 to level off.
Yeah, I just want to try it one more time.
Thousand to level off.
1,000 to go.
Yeah, it's supposed to say autopilot in a male voice.
Approaching transition.
Yeah, I didn't hear it either.
Can you believe I killed my cat today?
Ugh, another one. At least the cat's got 9 lives, so don't worry about it, Linda.
Flaps 1 set. Flaps 5 set.
I can't imagine it's something that we have to switch on. Oh, she is. Very. Hello, Captain Geo. Approach on Ian installed, yes. We clearly flew on Ian. Oh, well. We'll try it one more time, and then I just want to do the ILS approach because I want to see that annunciation at the top. Oh, I'm so impressed with this turn. Man, look at this. No more overshooting. Ken, I've just noticed your question there. Well, I checked it. I don't know if I missed something. If you guys see something, shout. But I honestly, I don't see anything specific to it. In my understanding, if Ian is on, that's a feature of Ian. It's specific for Ian. We'll have to buy her a new one, Ken, so she can start again, I suppose. Shame. I'm starting to
Transition
wonder
level.
if she is doing it because she doesn't like competition or what. Hello, Gary. Sounds like it. Sounds, you know, we'll have to talk to this woman.
Flaps 15 set.
Jordan,
Flaps
I hear
30
you.
set.
Okay, so I was typing here. Oh, you are watching. Okay. No, I was typing here to get answers. Apparently, at 100 foot on the radio
1000 to
altimeter,
level
it should
off.
sound. So I've changed the minimums. Yes, I did. I had it at the appropriate baro height, but apparently it needs to be on radio, and apparently that VDM should not be there. That's also a mistake. It should be VOR. Hey, Marc. There you go.
Feet stabilized, Mr. Perch altitude set.
Taxi lights on.
Come now.
Approaching 17.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't notice I pulled it once too little. Look at that wind. Look at that wind. That's pushing us.
300.
Right at 100, guys. Let's listen.
200. Approaching minimums. 100. Minimums.
Minimum.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
40.
Sorry.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
It's not a tailwind. It is from the front, but we had that wind shear and everything. Zibo, I see you also typing now.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
Right, I'm just quickly gonna pause, see what Zibo says. At 100 foot, my autopilot actually disconnected. There was no aural warning, it just simply disconnected. Yeah, great timing, hey Paul. Peter. Oh, yeah.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
Flaps up.
1,000 to go.
And set.
Suddenly, wind shear. I had to make a couple of very quick decisions there to push Togan to get back up in the air because there's no ways you can land in the wind shear. I mean, that wind was freaking pushing us around like crazy there. Between 16 and 22 knots, I observed at one point just before finals. So, all part of the fun. I'm just waiting to see if there's any movement here in the dev room. Mark, any other suggestions? Zibo? All right, okay. Plan B. Let's get the chart up. Let's do that ILS while we wait for answers. I want to see this ILS story. I did. That was the second try. The first time it did exactly the same mark and it didn't work. This was the second attempt already. And I don't want to be funny, but it looks like my Navigraph's also broken. It did an update just before the stream and I delete. Hmm. Yes, yes, absolutely. No, no, you're gonna have to look at that. I'm trying to see why I can't get the ILS chart here in my Navigraph now. I suppose we can just program it and get it here. Why not?
Runway turn off, lights off.
Arrival.
Taxi lights off. 1000 to level off. Approaching
ILS.
transition. Approaching transition. Transition altitude.
One 1099. 109. Yeah, Navigraph is died. It's gone to sleep.
1000 to level off.
1,000 to go.
Well, I'm gonna try the ILS thing first. I want to see if I can spot this additional annunciation at the top. I don't know what that means, so I want to see if I can spot it.
Approaching transition. 1000 to level off.
Thank you, Gary. Much appreciated. I just quickly looked on this page, got the same thing. So, yeah, but thank you so much. Awesome of you to help. Okay, Zibo says he actually tested this approach and the oral warning at Lowy. So we might have to move there. I just want to check the story about the ILS.
Localizer capture.
Sorry.
Flaps 2 set. Transition level.
Thank you, Zibo. Oh, there you go. Those are the ones. Don't know when they should illuminate, but they are. Okay, enjoy, Richard. Bye-bye.
Flaps 5 set.
So this wild turn is still in the ILS, but the RNAV Ian works perfect. That's so cool.
$1,000 to go. 1,000 to go.
Flaps 15 set. I see you are married. Lucky girl. Glide slope capture.
Okay, so I didn't read up. That's very clear. I'm gonna have to go read up on those lights when they should illuminate and whatnot, because there we're on the ILS and everything is set and there's nothing. So I'm not sure if that's just a warning light if something goes wrong for some reason, or whether it's telling you it's working or what. So anyway, we'll find that out. Wow. Where's that thing? Where's that thing? Right, so on the Barrow we do 51, and on the
1,000
radio
feet stabilized, Mr.
we
Burchett.
are
Taxi lights
we
on.
were at 100. Now we can't see because of that radio altimeter in the way, but gee, it must be on 100 there.
Approaching.
You're not going to
17.
hear it this time, guys, because it's only for Ian. This is obviously an ILS approach.
Flaps. Flaps.
Zibo, when do you see those lights come on? What's the criteria? The wind shear is now at our 1 o'clock. It's moved off airport, so we should be fine.
Flaps 30 set. The wind is still 19 knots there. Lots of pressure needed to put this nose down.
100
Minimum.
minimums. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Speed brake up.
Alright.
Auto brake in use.
Nice bit of deflection into that wind. This thing does not want to turn left. It's possible, Gary.
60
I
knots.
didn't read up on it. I just got so excited, just jumped in and did
Brilliant
my
landing.
thing.
Nice one, sir. Reverse unlocked.
Okay, well, let's see. Thanks, Popina.
On
That
runway
is so far
17.
from the truth, it's
On
not
runway
even funny.
17.
Let's do this. Debug, refresh weather. Yeah, that's correct. 1019 gives me the correct reading. Okay, I'm gonna do it one more time here, and then we're gonna go to Lowy and go try it there, just for the heck of it.
Flaps
Call,
up.
I don't have anything
And
that can
set.
measure it right now. I don't have
Runway
any
turn off, lights
tool
off.
running that can
Taxi
actually
lights
measure
off.
it right now.
1000 to level off. Approaching transition. Stabilized. Thousand to level off.
1,000 to go.
Okay, well, it's not gonna work now. Now I'm just gonna mess it up if I do that. So let's leave it for now. We'll worry about that next time, because now I'm back on the Ian thing.
Approaching transition. Transition altitude. Flaps 1 set.
Right, so Zibo, there you see 100, and I'm gonna go for Barrow. I'm gonna make 251.
Approaching transition. Flaps 5 set.
251. Yeah, no worries, no worries. It's the ILS and GLS only should be effective when you're doing that. I'm currently on the VOR DME, so it's one of those things, Gary. We'll play around with it a little bit more later. Ah, and there's that beautiful turn. Let's go back to radio. Radio 100, 251 on the Barrow. So we're okay with all of that. Now it says QNH 1019 Zibo. See, now we've got the same Barrow on the map as well as from Active Sky. Maybe that was the problem. We'll see. Brum, 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 brum.
Transition level.
Okay, volume up again. Good night, Will. Sleep tight. Speak to you again soon.
Flaps 15 set. Flaps 30 set. Thousand to level off.
Feet stabilized, Mr. Birch, altitude set.
Taxi lights on.
Approaching 17.
Okay, Marc. Not 20, yeah. Right, I'm gonna have my finger on the pause button, so we'll pause it before we crash. Let's see.
200. Approaching minimums. 100. Minimums.
Minimum.
There you go. Now you heard it. You heard it. Autopilot. Autopilot. Okay, so I know what the problem was, and Zibo told me. Thank you, Zibo. You are an amazing guy. I don't know how you just snap into it so quickly. It's just so easy. So what happened was, even though my active sky is active and running and providing the weather, for some reason the baro setting in X-plane was incorrect. It was at 1013 standard. And I obviously had to correct that. And once that was corrected, the aircraft, um, you know, did what it was supposed to do at the beginning. So we all heard it. Autopilot, autopilot. It's kind of annoying. I'm just thinking out loud now, so forgive me if it sounds like a rant, but it's kind of annoying. You start Active Sky and you expect it to actually be the weather provider, as always. It's another checkbox for the freaking checklist. Make sure Active Sky actually put the weather in. Ay, 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 ay. Can you believe that? There you go. Now that we have the same barrow in X-plane as what Active Sky is telling me, and the weather is the actual weather, the barrow is at the right place, the aircraft is at the right place, and the oral warning is at the right place. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, so we don't have to go to Lowy. I'm just waiting to see what the response is from Marc and Zibo. They're busy typing, both of them. Damn it. Zibo's already picked up on something else. Kent, no, it shouldn't be ever. When you use Active Sky, it must be on the custom weather meter. Why on earth it didn't update? I mean, in my life, I would have never dreamt of looking, and that's the first thing Zibo said I had to go and check. So, see, custom weather meter. Always and always and always. The moment you put this on real weather and you have Active Sky, then you have two systems clashing with each other. So, I don't even dream of using the native weather. Oh, this thing is shaking.
Fifty, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Speed brake up. Reverse unlocked. 80 knots. Throttle hold. V1. Rotate. Stabilized.
Three 3,000 feet
Come on,
remaining.
Come on, come on, come on.
60 knots. Stabilized. Yeah.
Sure.
Brilliant landing. Nice one, sir.
Yeah, well, I think that's it then. We did basics, just basics. If you guys want to see the change log, just scroll up in the chat again. But that's about it. I mean, we eventually figured out what the problem was. It's gonna bug me for a while, so you'll see me check my active sky is actually active every now and then. But I think we did it. I think we did it. Yeah, looks like we're done. Ladies and gents, thank you for watching. There will probably be more coming in the week, so just keep an eye out on the channel. Ring the bell, get your
On
notifications,
runway
and we'll talk
17.
then. See
On
you on
runway
Facebook and Discord, guys.
17.
Enjoy. Bye bye.